Very well. Very well. Dr. Robert Pokose.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for allowing me to join my colleagues on making comments on this constitutional amendment by the Honorable Kishimu and Honorable Stephen Mule, member for Matungulu, and member for Gishugu, respectively. Honorable Speaker, when you look at the proposed legislation, constitutional legislation on CDF, on national government constituency, on GAF, on the Senate, establishment of the National Government Constituency Development Fund, on legislation to also establish the Senate Oversight Fund, this, Honorable Speaker, is a very progressive amendment. I remember last year when we had the PPI fraud, in it there was also a proposal. It had some good proposal like amendment to the CDF and making it a constitutional provision. And I think Honorable Mule and Honorable Gishimu has seized the better parts of that proposed amendment to be able to do something that I would say noble, because CDF has done a lot. Even when you go to the county, you might not see any, in other counties, you might not see any serious county project, but you'll always see this is a CDF project. Is it a classroom? Is it a chief's office? Is it a DC's office? DCC's office? Is it an ACC office? Is it a police station? And many other projects that have been done through CDF. Not just that, we have, as my colleagues have said, we've seen students benefiting through CDF allocations. Honorable Speaker, even as we speak now, many of us are getting calls from our constituents. When are we dispersing the bursaries? Because many of the parents, I'll talk on behalf of the great people of Endebess. You have many needy students who their education is almost wholly dependent on CDF. We have infrastructure for schools which has been improved through CDF. So I think making it, putting it into our constitution to protect this very important fund is an obligation for this House. And I hope that members will need to take note, because we will need to have, when the time comes, as it is going to be published now, it will take, maybe for the new members, it will take 90 days. After 90 days, then we can have second reading of this bill. Then, because it's a parliamentary initiative, it needs 2/3 of our support, and it will also go to the Senate to get 2/3 so that this bill can be actualized. My only take, Honorable Speaker, is the proposed 5%, whether it is able to be accommodated within our budget, or it will be, or it needs some bit of amendment before it is published to maybe 3% or even 3.5%, because we need to be also realistic in terms of that. Yeah, that is my suggestion, but you have your own suggestion. But hopefully, let's hope the economy will grow. With those few remarks, I'll support this amendment.
Very well. TJ Kajwang.